Yo, what up? It's your boy Tyler Golem here with another video, and today we're going to be playing a couple of games here. While we do that, I just wanted to chit chat with y'all. If you watched my video yesterday, I talked about how I was going to a friend's party and I bought them a very, very expensive gift. And then a couple of comments in my video said, like, oh, it would be so fortunate to be your friend, right? So let me just follow up with that. So I went to this party. I didn't really do a whole lot. They were actually playing a game that I didn't really understand, but I was, there for moral support. And as soon as I got there, first of all, it was really nice. Their family gave me and my wife a little gift for the baby and everything, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. I didn't even realize that they knew. But it was really nice for them to give me something. And then I brought the thing. It was an envelope, right? And I showed it to him, and I'm like, I got you. You need to open this now. I got to see the look on your face. And then everybody just paused the game, and they watched him open the thing, and he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe what was in that envelope. So let me just preface this by saying I spent a lot of money a few years ago. It was a few years ago. And as soon as I knew this guy was getting married, I knew exactly what to give him for his wedding gift. And this was actually a birthday present. So I'm like, okay, we'll just lump it in with the holiday gift and everything because I haven't seen him in a long time, right? So this was like his holiday slash birthday slash wedding present. They haven't gotten, I don't think they've gotten married yet. They decided to, instead of having a ceremony, they were going to have to do something a little bit smaller than that. So they're not actually going to hold like an actual ceremony or invite people to it. Originally the plan was to invite me to a wedding and everything. And I was like, oh no, now that that's not happening, I might as well just give them this present now, right? So this card is, it's, if you don't know what it is, it's a Magic the Gathering card, and it's on the reserved list. And it's called Bazaar of Baghdad, right? It's a very, very old card. It's from Arabian Nights. And this is a card that is probably the most expensive card from that set. And it is, I think it's right now, it's like a heavily played version is like $1,600. It is like a $1,600 card. I think I spent somewhere around the ballpark of like over $1,000 on it a few years ago. And you can think of it as like kind of an investment, right? Because for me, it was like, money is whatever. Clearly, if you've watched my videos, you know that money is whatever for me. Like I do value money, but there are more important things to life than money, like happiness, friendships. And that's kind of the whole theme behind this channel is really like, if you have the money to spend on something, go ahead and spend it, as long as you are financially stable and as long as you think it's worth it, right? So to me, spending an insane amount of money on a friend is worth it because I got to see the expression on that guy's face when he saw what happened. And I'm like telling him, bro, that's a real card, by the way. That is 100% real. And he could not believe it. He was still in awe. Like even today, like I got a text from him and it was like, I cannot believe I'm still at a loss for words. And yeah, it's a very expensive card. And I was so happy that he enjoyed it, and it was just a fun time, just that whole situation to me was like, you know what? I never doubted for a second that it would be worth it, but it was 100% worth it to see the look on his face when he saw how much money I spent. I didn't even show him the receipts. I don't even remember how much I spent on it exactly. I think it was around $1,600. It probably, honestly, the cost of these cards usually go up in value, but lately I've been watching financial videos on Magic, and they've been saying that these cards, the vintage, like reserve list cards, the old cards haven't really budged a lot in price. So it is what it is. And, I've actually thought about selling my cards, selling my collection, but I have so many cards, and some of them are signed. I don't know if you can actually sell signed cards. I'm sure that you can get like a lot of money from them, but I think that it's probably better to hold on to some of these cards because they are very expensive. very, very expensive, right? And yeah, I don't know if I told y'all about this, but I do have a very, very fancy Magic the Gathering collection. I also have a Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Not so much a Pokemon collection. I've collected like pretty much everything except Pokemon. Um, I haven't done Digimon. I had a few Digimon cards when I was little. I actually loved that game or collecting those cards. But I remember when I was like in, I think I was in elementary school or middle school. I was like, you know what? I have all these Digimon cards, but I don't play the game. And then that's when I realized there was no point in me collecting these cards because I don't do anything with them. At least Magic the Gathering I played, right? And it was a lot of fun, and I got to have a really good time. And I've had a lot of good time with Pokemon, and I think that I'm gonna start playing more casually, like I said, and just kind of having fun with it. I actually organized my entire phone apps, like all the my entire home screen and everything. And there's only a few apps that I put in the home screen without a folder or anything that I can just like click on instantly. This game was obviously one of them. YouTube Studio, and yeah, those are the three main ones, and then a few other apps. So hope you enjoyed this video, y'all. Hope you enjoyed me sharing that story. I just thought I'd share it. I have another video lined up for tomorrow